What's happening, everybody? I have been on a music kick lately and just got back into reading books again at the gym and doing things like that, and it has really made a difference over the past week or so, so I wanted to share with you my favorite books. I hope everyone is doing well, and today I just wanted to make a quick video with everything I have going on in my life right now. It's been very hard to keep the videos coming out on a 3-a-week schedule, and I'm doing my very best, so I apologize when I miss these days here and there, but I probably will have some videos coming out about dealing with the ups and downs of being a business owner and all that kind of stuff, because just things that are going on in my life are really weighing down on me, and I know you guys go through the highs and lows, so I think I'll be making a couple videos on that, and just to let everybody know that you're not always on top of the world, and part of being successful is getting back on the track up and stuff like that. So I really apologize that I haven't been busting them out like I had for the past couple months. But it's just one thing after another is happening right now, and I like to be in a really good mood when I make the videos, and my mood has not been that great lately, but it is definitely improving, and I'll expand on that more as the upcoming weeks unfold. But if you go to the Law Crack website, I have a page here that I'm going to run through, and then I'll actually share with you my Audible library. And because there are some books, these newer books haven't made it onto the web page yet. I counted. I have 152 books in my Audible library, so I'm not kidding when I say I listen to a lot of books, and I 100% guarantee I would not be where I'm at without having read these books. And if you don't know, in the link of almost every video I put out, there's a link to get 2 free Audible books from Audible, audiobooks from Audible. It's an Amazon company. You do have to put your credit card in. You get 2 free credits. Get the books. If you want to cancel. You keep the books forever. It's it's a no-brainer. I don't know why you wouldn't do it, but if you're out there mowing, mulching, doing this kind of stuff that you don't really have to think about, I highly encourage you to listen to books every now and then. Like I just said at the beginning of the video, I've been listening to Kevin Gates like nonstop for like 2-3 weeks, and I'm really about over it. Not really. I freaking love that guy, and rap and hip hop music in general. Bits and pieces of it. Definitely not all of it. There's a lot of garbage, but getting to the point of the video, here's my top 3 right here. Cracking Decoded Profit, number 1. That's my book. If you didn't know, I don't think there's not a better book on this. Like, I don't know. I've read Jonathan Potoshnik's book. It's very vague. I think my book is much more clear to the point where a lot of guys are, and Jonathan's kind of like, you're going to build $1 million business. I don't know how many guys are going to build $1 million business. I mean, I hope you all do if that's your goal, but in reality, I think a lot of guys are going for, a couple $100,000 in revenue, maybe 5, and bring home $100K. That's where I got my business, and I was like, all right, I see what's involved to take it farther than this, and I don't want to do that. It's not worth it to me personally. I would rather pursue other ventures, and obviously I have Law Crack going, and I'm also ramping up my SEO and website company that does it for all businesses. We build websites for everybody, not just lawn care and landscaping, and with the results we have been getting, the request for people to have us do their work has been blowing up, and we've been getting great results, and everyone's happy, and we're freaking loving it, and the team I've assembled is awesome. I have some really cool things I'll be showing you very soon on our website. I'm very excited about it. These guys are good. They're way smarter than me, and I love working with people that are smarter than me. But right off the bat here, the E-Myth Revisited. If you haven't read this book and you're a small business owner, like you need to read the book. Like, bottom line, read that book. And then if you're in business, you have to deal with people. You should really read How to Win Friends and Influence People. Like, this is these 2 books are timeless. Dale Carnegie wrote this a long time before Michael Gerber wrote this, but they're both excellent books. Highly recommend them. There's my book. You can buy it right from the website. Please don't buy it from Amazon. It's a whole deal with the publisher that I get about absolutely nothing. I barely make anything if you buy the book. It's really just out there to help guys grow their business. Here's where you can get the 2 free books, but their link is in the YouTube description. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to us on YouTube. But this book is the reason why I am making this video right now. And Joe filled out the form at the bottom here that says, is there a book we're missing? And I added this book to the page, and this was a while ago, and honestly I'm just getting around to reading it, and this book is blowing my freaking mind. Extreme Ownership. It's about Navy SEALs, talking about how to lead and how to run your business and all that kind of stuff like that, how to manage people and get stuff done effectively, efficiently, safely, blah blah blah, accomplish the mission. And when you hear these guys that are keeping America safe in terrible parts of the world, I just don't understand. I'm so grateful for the people that do fight. Me personally, I'm just like, I just disagree with so many things that go on in America. I'm not going to be one of the people fighting, but I'm so grateful that there are people that are willing to get out there and risk their lives so we can have all these freedoms and luxuries that we have in America. And yeah, so this book, I'm in like the 3rd or 4th chapter, and I am absolutely loving it. I look forward to getting to the gym every single day so I can listen to another hour and a half of that. And it is great. It may be one of those books that I read again when I'm done. So I don't obviously know too much about it because I just started it. But anything that Grant Cardone writes is awesome. And then he narrates his books and he will get you fired up. So the 10X rule is a really good one. I love this book right here, The Personal MBA. This is a long one. And it just really freaking lays out solid business principles. Like, this book super impressed me. I'm not sure why it's not more popular, but it is a really solid book. The Pumpkin Plan, you've probably heard about the Pumpkin Plan. Mike Michalowicz writes a lot of good business books. You've probably heard of the 4-Hour Work Week. Tim Ferriss is an absolute beast, and I love this whole style. This is I did read this book a long time ago, and I kind of got to the 4-Hour Work Week, so it works. I never got the VAs or nothing like that, but I am kind of interested in getting a VA, or maybe just a real person here in America to do some of my administrative stuff and just make my life a little easier so I can focus on what I'm really good at. And that is what I encourage you to do. Focus on what you're good at, and hire the other stuff out. Delegate it, hire people, subcontract it, and you do what you shine at, and that's how you're going to get the best results. Guarantee it. And that'll come down to the 80-20 rule, the 80-20 principles down here. But profit first. So Mike Michalowicz made it on here twice. Great book. Traction. I really like this book. I have read it 2 or 3 times over the years now. I can't remember anything specifically out of this book, but I'm sure if I reread it, I would. Jim Collins, this is like another classic business book, and highly recommended. Think and Grow Rich, definitely my favorite book of all time. I think the key to success in life is in this book, and if you want to correlate that to money, it's in there. You got to do it. You got to act, take action, massive action, as Grant Cardone would say. And then Rich Dad, Poor Dad, I would read this book. I've read a ton of the Rich Dad books. The Strangest Secret, people have mixed feelings about that, but whatever. We also have the free Amazon Unlimited music trial. That'll be in the description. That's what I listen to when I am listening to music. Just about every CD that has ever come out is on there, and it's a nominal fee a month to have access to it. But just to show you, literally look how small that is. These are all the books that are in my library. So, to make it on my page, it really had to be a good book. But there are some of these up here at the top that I did want to kind of go through. So there's Extreme Ownership, the last one that I downloaded that I'm listening to right now. Thanks again, Joe, because that is awesome. And then if you've heard me mention cryptocurrency a couple times, I had to read this book right here, Market Wizards. And if you're into the markets of really any kind, that book will get you up to speed very fast. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about cryptocurrency right now. I went up, I went down, I'm about even, and when I get a little bit above even, I'm getting out, and I might get in strategically. The secret to success, if you're not big on books that sound like books, Eric Thomas does a great job in this book of just kind of speaking through it, and yeah, it was really good. I really like that book. The 80-20 principle, I did make a video on that. That book's very, very good. The Internet of Money is another cryptocurrency book. But I mean, blockchain and cryptocurrency and this kind of stuff, it's the future. It's coming. It's inevitable. So you might want to familiarize yourself with it. Maybe not throw $10,000 at it like I did, but you know what I mean. It's very interesting, and there's a lot of money to be made and or lost in that. Building a story brand, that book really spoke to me. Really, really liked it. Outwitting the Devil's another Napoleon Hill book. So he wrote Think and Grow Rich. This Crushing It. If you're trying to grow your business using social media, Crushing It is where it's at. Man, Gary killed that book. Absolutely love that one. I honestly did not care for Soar by T.D. Jakes. Sorry, buddy. It might be worth reading, but it's not very good in my opinion. Vagabonding is, I don't know, Tim Ferriss said read it, so I read it, and it was okay. I mean, if you're planning on like traveling around the world, not taking much with you, great book to read. Grow Rich with Peace of Mind, and another Napoleon Hill book. Like, you know, I find somebody that I like and I read their books. As a Man Thinketh, I think that was okay, kind of boring. I didn't get Blue Ocean Strategy. I might have to read that again, but I mean, I think the gist of it is basically don't compete, make your own space, and then dominate your space. The Science of Getting Rich is absolutely wonderful. I'm probably gonna actually reread this really soon because it's only 2.5 hours long. So this is an older book. I don't know. It came out a little before or a little after Think and Grow Rich. But it's an old book, timeless principles. Highly recommend it. Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. This is a longer one. And if you're into like meditating and changing your life, stuff like that, like working on yourself as a person and mindset and all that, highly recommend that book. And if you haven't floated, I don't know if anybody knows what floating is, but I'm a frequent floater at the local float tank facility, and I really like the owner. But yeah, man, floating is something else. If anybody else floats, please leave a comment and let me know what your experience is with it. TED Talks, how to speak in public, because I'm terrible at speaking. That's why it's so funny that I make these videos. But yeah, I really like the narrator. I guess he's the author too. But that was good. Ask Gary V, another Gary V book. Really like that. 5-Second Rule. I really like the 5-Second Rule. It's another kind of self-help book. BOBA. There's Grant Cardone again. That's an awesome book. Cashvertising. This is a freaking awesome book on advertising. So obviously, if you're in business, you need to sell. I highly recommend Cashvertising. Like, with a name like that, you know it's got to be good. You Are a Badass. Obviously, that is a self-help book, but I really did like that. Internet Success Business, sales on Amazon, passive income, product research, private label. I really like the Fast Lane. Millionaire, really, really like that book. Growth Hacking, The Power of Broke by Damon Johns. That's a freaking good one. I guess it's just Damon John. I thought it was Damon Johns. Sorry, Damon. FUBU. This Jeff Walker launched. I mean, if you're into like email marketing, which I'm trying to figure it out, I'm not very good at it. But this guy is really good at email marketing. The conversion code, if you are into the internet, the conversion code is a must read in my opinion. Look, these SEO books, guys, like I don't just like say I do it like, oh, I love. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I read a lot of blogs. I looked at a lot of code. I did a lot of testing, A/B testing, trying this, trying that, what works, what doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. I read books. That's why I'm really good at the internet now. You can be really good at whatever you want to do. A lot of people are way more excited about this $100 startup than I was, but whatever. Scrum was good. I really did like Scrub. The Richest Man in Babylon, that's another like older one, I think, that I did like parts of it, and then like half of it was awesome, half of it kind of wasn't that good. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F. Don't remember too much from that one, but I did read it. Then we get into like wholesaling. I went through a whole wholesaling and real estate stuff. The Go-Giver is awesome. Definitely would recommend The Go-Giver. Then we got Sales Dogs. That's another Rich Dad book. The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. That's a good one. Obviously, self-help and stuff like that. Run Your Corporation. That's another Rich Dad book. The Real Book of Real Estate by Robert Kiyosaki. So I really got into real estate, but I never pulled the trigger. That's going to be something when I have more money. I want to have a lot of money available to throw at that and not have to finance anything or borrow or anything like that. So there's a bunch of Rich Dad books right in a row. Look at that, 6 in a row. The E-Myth, Real Estate Investor. I got the E-Myth Revisited, it's the main one. And then the E-Myth Landscape Contractor obviously is down here. But the Real Estate Rehab Investing Bible, this book is what you want to read if you are into flipping houses. This is it right there. Don't look any farther. I really like this. Brandon Turner, he's the Bigger Pockets guy if you're into that. I really like that book too. Look at that, more Rich Dad books. I mean, I have more Rich Dad books than I know what to do with. 6 Months to Six Figures was really good. The Compound Effect is a classic. Retire Inspired, that was a good one. Bob Proctor, You Were Born Rich. I read this because I think Jonathan Potoshnik recommended this as a book that he like read that he didn't really have to do with business, and I didn't care for it. But I'm not really into this whole religious thing. Like, I'm kind of just into believing in people, and that's questionable sometimes. But as you can see, this is notable right here. The Strangest Secret, freaking awesome. So actually, it was on here. It was just a different cover. The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. This is actually a speech, and sometimes at the gym, this is 37 minutes. I listened to this twice at the gym, back to back, and it's super powerful. Read Mark Cuban's book just for the fun of it. Entree Leadership, Dave Ramsey, Total Money Makeover. There's a lot of good ones. 0 to 1, that's another book on saying create your own space, kind of like Blue Ocean Strategy was. The Hard Thing About Hard Things, Good to Great. Tony Robbins. I'm not a huge Tony Robbins fan, but I can't be mad at the guy. Trump. George Ross, Trump's lawyer, wrote a book on him. I really liked it. I'm not a hater, so I don't hate on Trump or anything like that. Got the 4 Hour Body. I don't know. It wasn't as good. Traction and Get a Grip go together. So if you read one, you might as well read the other. I really liked them both. Book Yourself Solid. I can't remember anything from that. But I got, some of these Duct Tape Marketing, some of these older books. So we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. And yeah. So The Purple Cow, that's a good one. Yep, so that's about it. So I just want to show you guys, I'm not kidding when I say I read a lot of books. Really, I listen to a lot of books. I do have my book in the process of coming out on Audible. But if you have any questions about what book you should read first, or to help you with this aspects, whatever, just leave a comment in the video and I'll be sure to get it. If you want to get your 2 free books or your free Amazon trial, the links are in the description. If you want to check out my little write-ups on lawandcrack.com, you can find that in the blog section. And I really appreciate everybody watching. All the feedback and everything has just been so great. I really appreciate it. And until the next video, keep making money.